We've hit the road for the Palmetto Pigskin Tour for 2024. We always start at South Carolina State. Why not start at the top and work your way down is kind of how I look at it, Coach Chennis Berry.
Okay, well, great.
Of course, then again, that would be insulting to you because then I would used to come to Benedict later on. So don't take it that way.
It's okay. We'll wherever you have us to go, man. We're going to take our place, man. How y'all doing today?
We're doing great. It's great to have you with us, and South Carolina State looks good on you.
Oh, doesn't it? I look good in anything. Man, it's all good, man. Appreciate it.
How things going, would you say?
So far, so good, man. Guys bought in, players, coaches bought in, fall in love with the process of being great every day, and got a great group of young men. Starts with those guys. Mm-hmm. Those guys believing, and they're definitely believing in what we're doing, what we're instilling in the program, and we're heading in the right direction. We're just trying to fall in love with the process, man. It's a process to be great, man. You just don't show up and be great. You just got to go through the journey, go through the hard times, go through those mundane things that you don't want to do every day. And the guys are doing it, fall in love with it. We just finished practice number 5. We're going into practice number 6 tomorrow. And guys are really buying in. We're flying around getting 1% better every day.
How are you going to deal with this weather?
We're going to adapt and overcome. So I've already made a couple calls. Right now, I'm going to move practice up to about, because the storm is not going to come here till about 9. So right now I'm saying 6:30 a.m. All right, but if not, I've already reached out to University of South Carolina, the Gamecocks, and we've been talking to those guys, to the director of football operations. So they're going to give me a 12:30 to 3 o'clock block. Oh. So if things don't work out, we might be able to go over there and use their indoor for a couple of days.
How about that?
Oh yeah, we're just working, man. Just trying to find a way to make this thing happen, man. We can't let other people get practices and we don't get practices in. So we got to find a way to get our 25 practices in before that ball kicks off versus that school down in Florida A&M University.
Yeah. How about an indoor for state one day?
Let's do it, man. I visualize it already. I already see it.
Yeah, so where's it going to be?
They're going to knock Staley Hall down. It's the oldest building on campus. Uh-huh. All right, and then they're going to put an indoor. I visualize it. Now, I don't know when, but I visualize it. I already see it. I got to be a visionary first, man. So I see it. That whole, where they do all that parking and tailgating?
Yeah.
That's going to be an indoor one day. I'm claiming it right now in Jesus' name. When you put Jesus in it, it's going to happen. So we're going to put it in Jesus' name.
Hey, not going to debate that.
Amen.
What made you so successful so quickly at Benedict?
Just getting buy-in, man. That's where it starts, man. The young men have to believe in the vision. It starts with me. I got to be a vision. When you're in a leadership role, you got to have a vision. And you have to see things. And then once you start seeing and getting the players, because those are the guys at the end of the day got to go out there and do it, start getting them to see that vision as well and to buy into it. The sky's the limit, and it starts with discipline. That's one of the things that I wanted to build when I first got here, is just build that discipline, man, that will and want to and desire to just do the right thing. Because the right thing, you're going to need to do the right thing when it's 3rd and 5, when you're backed up, back against the wall. You want to have discipline. So, I think discipline will help, but also you got to have some players, man. You got to have some ballers that can play. And I really think that we went out here and really, really upgraded the depth and also upgraded the talent. And South Carolina State's been winning for a long time, man. As I come to practice every day and I look up at this press box, there's 18 MEAC championships that has come through here, man. So they're used to winning. It's my job to get us back on track to where things used to be in the past. Been a couple little down years, but it's time to lead these seniors that I have, a great group of seniors that's their last year eligibility. Let them go out on top where they deserve to be. So that's my mission. That's my obligation, and I'm going to do all I can to make sure that we can achieve that.
Kind of a big difference from when you came to Benedict, where you were starting kind of building from the ground up, and you built it very quickly to a place, as you mentioned, knows how to win, is used to winning, and their fans expect to win.
There's an expectation around here. Bulldog country, man. They love the Bulldogs around here, man. Not just here.
Yeah.
I think it's a national brand. Mm-hmm. South Carolina State is a brand, man. It's not where it's just a regional or just statewide deal. When you wear that block S on your chest, wherever you are in America, people know about South Carolina State. And like I say, man, they love it, and there's an expectation to win. But I have an expectation on myself and my staff. We got to find a way to get it done. Because at the end of the day, the ball's going to kick off, and we're going to get 60 minutes every game to be able to show what we can do. And you'll see a prepared football team. You'll see a disciplined football team. You'll see a physical football team. And you're going to see a football team that's going to play with amazing effort week in and week out, man. And that's the kind of product we want to put on the field here with the South Carolina State Bulldogs.
All right, it's early in practice, but what's going on at quarterback?
Hey, we have a young man that I really feel like deep down in my soul is the best in all of HBCU football. And I can stand on the table with that. The kid is a dual threat. He's talented. He's smart. He's physical. He's strong. and he's been in the offense for 3 years. You know, so the young man knows the offense. He knows the ins and outs. He knows the checks. He's just got to get the gel. He's got to gel with the O-line, gel with the receivers, gel with the running backs, tight ends, gel with the whole team, not just the guys on offense, but the guys on defense as well. But I feel like he can make every throw. We can start adding in our design quarterback runs because he really can run the football as well. But the beauty of having a good running quarterback, we have one now that can really pass the ball as well. He's very accurate. He has great arm talent, and he has a great cerebral football IQ the way he can learn, get us in the right play whenever we're in a bad play.
Talking about Eric Phoenix, one of the great names in college football, 28 games at quarterback at Benedict, 4,400 yards, completed 343 out of 440, 32 touchdowns, 18 interceptions, and he rushed for 166 yards and 8 touchdowns. So, I mean, those are great numbers. So what makes him such a high percentage passer? Is it the pass selection, or he's just that good a passer?
I mean, you know, he can anticipate because he knows where it's going to come open. You know, he knows where to look at the roof. He knows how to get us in the right play based off the roof, based off the leverage. And a guy that's been in the offense as long as he has, I mean, he has a good understanding of what we're doing. So that's half the battle. But we also have another young man we're excited about because we're still in competition mode. Ryan Stubblefield, another young man that transferred to us from Incarnate Word out of Texas. And he's another dual threat guy. He's still learning. This is he's only been in the offense for a couple months. He was here this summer, and he's going through training camp. But he has a skill set as well. And, you know, in the game of football, you better have two because if one go down, you better have the next one ready to go. So we feel like we have two guys that we can win with right now.
One transfer I'm really interested to see what happens for you on offense is KZ Adams. A kid out of Columbia, went to Georgia State, transferred here. And just remember him in high school as having blazing speed, both in terms of a running back and in the return game.
Well, he's probably more quick than fast. See, speed is, you know, he can just outrun everybody. But I'll tell you what, he can make people miss. He's like lightning in a bottle. You know, he's one of those kind of guys, and he's a great kid, too. You're talking about an unbelievable young man. He can make you miss in open field, and we're challenging him, man, because he's got a lot of talent. He's a great young man. He's totally bought into what we're doing and how we're doing it. And he's going to make some plays for us this 2024 season.
And you got an offensive line led by an All-American in Nick Taste. And Nick does what for you, and what kind of leader is he up front?
Well, Nick Taste is our starting right guard, but he has the ability to play multiple positions up front. He can play any of our interior positions as well as at tackle, but we like Nick at guard. You know, Nick has a lot of ability. He's worked his tail off. He won one of our weight room awards this summer. He's a senior. He'll be graduating in December, and he has aspirations to play more ball, man. But he's a great young man, and he's well spoken. He has the pulse of the team. The team believes in him. I just need him to step up and be more vocal with this football team because they'll follow him. All he's got to do is lead on the field, in the weight room, in the classroom, and off the field. Everything he does, because, again, everything that he does, they're watching. You know, when you're in a leadership role, you have impressionable people around you. So it's important how he acts in the dormitory, well, in our apartments where we live in the cafeteria. Everybody's watching because all eyes is on him as a returning guy that's coming. Has been he's had 37 consecutive starts. So you're talking about a young man that's got 37 consecutive starts. There's an expectation how we expect him to play. And I'm going to raise the bar. I'm not going to have it down here. I'm going to have it up here. And if he's either going to reach it or he's not, because that's my baby. If you know anything about me, offensive line. So if we're going to be good at any team that's going to win championships, you better be good with the O-line and D-line. So he knows where the bar is set. I love him. I think the world of him. We're getting closer and closer. The more he knows me, he knows that I love him. So I'm just going to set the bar high. And he's going to reach it because he's a hard worker, great young man, and he deserves the best, man. He deserves the best because he done paid the fee. He done all he's supposed to do. And I'm going to do all I can to make sure he leaves this senior year a champion.
I'm fired up.
Well, I mean, I'm too. I stay fired up. Man.
Put me in front of blocking a dummy or something. Let me go.
Okay, yeah,
let me go hit somebody.
Yeah, that'd
Eric Brown at 336 pounds and Cam Johnson at 300 pounds. You got a big offensive line.
There's some huge human beings. Those two young men are also in the same boat. Those guys played the same amount of snaps as he had. So they're all seniors now. So I should expect us to be good up front. And when we're not good, I'm not happy. because they've played a lot of snaps. So because they played a lot of snaps, an expectation is that we need to be consistently dominant up front. And then when we're not, I'm not happy. All right, so those guys, Eric Brown, he's a nuclear engineering major. So I tell you, he's a smart young man, nuclear engineering. And also Cam. Cam is another guy. He's from Columbia. He does a great job, man. He's our left tackle. So between our center, our right guard, left tackle, there's a lot of starts that has happened between the three of those guys.
Let's talk defense, beginning with your outstanding linebacker who'll be joining us here, Aaron Smith, out of Manning, all MEAC selection. What's your take on him?
He's a dude, man. He's just a complete, unbelievable person. He's an unbelievable student. He's already got his degree. He's an unbelievable football player. Okay, very, very good football player. And in our defense, the scheme that we run now, he's going to make a lot of plays because he's going to be freed up to go make plays all over the place. He's an unbelievable person in the weight room. He loves and he eats weights. So he loves the weight room. And he's an unbelievable leader, man. He is a guy that once he trusts you, he'll do all he can. He's a guy that once he feels that he loves you and he trusts you, he'll do all he can to make sure that he can accomplish anything that we all set as a team to accomplish. But he's got all the talent. He can play more ball. Like when his career is over here, he has aspiration to play more ball, and I think he has the ability to do that. But he's just got to fall in love with that process of just dominating the day. He's got the right attitude. He comes to practice with the right attitude. He practices hard. He plays hard. He tries to lead. He's speaking up. He's being more vocal. I'm enjoying how he's being more vocal because he hadn't had to do that in the past, but he's doing it now, and he understands the importance of being vocal because another guy, he has the pulse of the team. Whether it's offense, defense, or special teams, these people on this football team respect Aaron wholeheartedly. So we're grateful to have him in our team.
Your view overall of the defense as a group?
Oh, we're gonna be exciting. Like when you look at our guys, as long as they play with amazing effort, which they when they do, they're hard to beat, and then amazing communication. They have to talk. We had a practice last night where they were flawless on communication and their effort. And if they can just buy into that, it takes no talent to do that. And I think we got a chance to be what everybody expects South Carolina State defense to play like. There's an expectation of how we play defense at South Carolina State. And, with the guys that we have up front, the guys we have on the second level with Aaron, and the guys we have on the back end, we got some guys on the back end that knows this defense as well. It's been in this defense for a long time. It was a beautiful thing yesterday. I was watching practice. It seems like our starting free safety, Diego Addison and Aaron Smith, they're communicating on the sideline after every series. They're talking about the last series because the young man Diego controls the back end. Aaron controls everything up front. And as long as they're on the same page, the sky's the limit for our defense. But I've been watching. They don't think I've been watching them. I watch everything they do, and they've been locked in. And when them two on the same page, our defense is going to be special. I really feel that, man.
I have no doubt.
I'm excited, man.
So you open up at FAMU on the 31st, and then you play the Citadel on the road down in Charleston, then at Charleston, Georgia Southern. So 3 straight road games to open things up. But you don't have to go play one of those big, nasty money games somewhere, or so it would appear. Maybe Georgia Southern's considered a money game. I don't know. But you're not going to go play one of those FBS powerhouses and be sacrificed for the big check. You like that? You happy about that?
Well, more than anything, man, let me tell you something. Guess what? Whether we play here, play at FAM, play at Citadel, play at Georgia Southern, guess what the field still is? 100 yards long, 53 1/3 yards wide. So regardless of where we play, the ball going to kick off. So we're excited about us all. But back to the money game deal, at the end of the day, sometimes, we're a limited resource institution. And because we're a limited resource, sometimes you have to play those games to help your budget.
Sure.
And we have a couple of those games next year. But Georgia Southern, we will get a check for the Georgia Southern game. But we're going with the mindset of winning.
Yeah.
We're not going down there just to get no check. We're going down there to go win the football game. But it starts with getting ready for Florida A&M, which is a good football team. That's a heck of a test for our football team to start off the season. We're going against the defending national champs. But guess what? Just like them, it's a new season, a new team, a new head coach. But for us, it's the same mission. That's to go 1-0 every day. We don't care who we play. We respect all our opponents, but we fear absolutely none. And that'll be the mindset of our young men each and every day, man. So I'm so fired up about this football team, man. I got a great group of young men. And every day I look at them in the team meeting, it just brings me joy, man, because I know they bought in. You know, and it's always, anytime you take over a new program, it's always 1 or 2 on the fence. But we're going to make sure if they hanging on the fence, we're going to get them off the fence. All right? But as a football team, most of this team is bought into what we're doing and how we're doing it. And it's a great day right now to be a Bulldog. And I'm grateful to be the head football coach at South Carolina State.
Well, if they play as hard as you coach, they're going to be great.
Oh, yeah, and that's the expectation. I told them I'm not going to sugarcoat them every day. I'm going to give them my best, so I expect their best each and every day. So, great group of guys, man.
Thank you for your time.
My man.
Great seeing you.
My man. Always good to see you as well.
We'll be talking during the season.
Hey, man.
We appreciate you.
Keep us in your prayers, man.
You got it.
All right. Go Dogs.
Coach Berry from here at South Carolina State. And when we come back, we'll be joined by a couple of the Bulldogs that we talked about. Big Nick Taste coming over here from West Columbia. Talk about that offensive line and what things look like there. And then Aaron Smith, outstanding linebacker from Manning, a former Monarch. He'll join us here on Sports Talk as well. We'll be back here at Bulldog Stadium in just a moment.